Hi guys, Monday Night Mystery here. Today, I'm gonna explain a 2014 crime and comedy movie called From Vegas to Macau. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. If you have any recommendations or want particular video, please let me know in comment box below. The movie begins with a mafia boss entering a restaurant full of his subordinates. One of them stutters to talk and seems to behave like an idiot, but the boss likes him because he is loyal. He angrily faces a couple who seem unable to pay their debt. When he wants to end their negotiation and gets ready to leave the restaurant, he asks his stuttering subordinate where his car is. Suddenly, a taxi crashes through the restaurant's front door and causes chaos. The mafia boss and his men quickly escape through the back door, only to find they are all tricked by the stuttering guy. Turns out he is a con man called Cool, along with Benz, the taxi driver, who is also his dad, and Carl, his cousin, as the person posing as the husband in debt, working to bring down mafias and gangsters. They tie the mafia boss and report him to the police. Although risky, they need to work that way to get enough money to fund Benz's wife's heart transplantation. Cool's stepbrother, Lionel, who works as a police officer, also takes care of his mother. Cool notices Lionel's injured eye, to which he replies that he just had a laser operation and nothing to worry about. Coming home, Benz suddenly receives an invitation from his old best friend, Ken, who is labeled the Magic Hand as he never loses any card games and is rumored to be able to correctly guess upside-down poker cards. Ken is coming to Macau and wants to throw his birthday party there, so Benz and his family are invited. They go to Macau and run into a beautiful girl at the airport. Carl aggressively flirts with her, but she is annoyed, so she quickly gets into her car and leaves. Arriving at Ken's party, they are warmly welcomed by Ken and his subordinates. Turns out the girl from the airport is Rainbow, his daughter. Ken is challenged to a poker game with Ma Shung Fat, a businessman, and he asks Carl to play along with him. Meanwhile, Rainbow flirts with Cool, saying she wants a teddy bear doll in one of his father's door prizes. Back in Hong Kong, an organization called DOA is holding a top-secret meeting hosted by its boss, Mr. Gao. The company turns out to organize big money laundering schemes through football betting, even regulating the results of the game by tricking the football players. So a big amount of money can be transferred from one party to another without raising police suspicion. Lionel is disguised as a security officer, able to see and hear everything happening in the meeting room. Meanwhile, another police officer, Luo, who disguises herself as Gao's loyal assistant, has not been granted access to the meeting and only observes from her secret surveillance trailer with Ha, another Hong Kong police officer. Turns out, Lionel's eye was implanted with a surveillance contact lens so he can record everything happening in the meeting. After a while, Gao's men, led by Gui Yan, are informed that Lionel is a spy, so they disrupt the meeting to catch Lionel. Fortunately, he escapes by jumping with his parachute. Meanwhile, at Ken's party in Macau, the time for the door prize arrives. Ken deliberately gives Cool the big teddy bear that Rainbow wants, as a signal for Cool to approach her sometime later. Cool only reacts coldly as Carl and Benz get more expensive prizes, then they head home. Carl is still disappointed with Rainbow refusing him, so Cool suggests they eat something outside to enlighten the mood. Unbeknownst to them, Lionel comes to the house. While walking home from eating, Cool and Carl encounter Gui Yan and other Gao's men. Cool prevents a fight from happening by excusing Carl and explaining that he is drunk, although Yan counterattacks Carl and hits loose one of his teeth. Meanwhile, not far from them, Lionel is caught and killed. The next morning, Ken is eating at a local diner when some policemen, led by Ha, want to talk to him. At a rooftop, Ken also meets with Luo. Ha explains that the police are planning to catch Gao, who is already in Hong Kong. Their biggest chance to catch him, Lionel, has been found dead but without the advanced contact lens embedded in his eyes, which contains important proof of Gao's crime. They want him to challenge Gao in tomorrow night's charity event and win, so Gao will become furious but weak for the police to catch him. Ken needs to think through the offer first. He leaves by making shooting noises with his mouth, leading the police to believe snipers are shooting at them. Cool and Carl go to Ken's house, aiming to give Rainbow her much-wanted teddy bear. However, she does not like that Carl is the one who gives it to her and does not let them in. Ken arrives home to find the two standing in front of his doorstep, so he invites them in. Cool expresses his intentions to learn from him, but Ken only accepts him as his protege if he completes his challenges. After failing him several times, he instructs Cool to stay at home and build a card pyramid while he, Rainbow, and Carl go swimming at the club. There, they encounter Gao, who enthusiastically invites Ken to a game in tomorrow's charity event. When they arrive home, Cool is almost finished building his card pyramid, but Carl sneezes and blows off the whole structure. Cool is pissed, but Ken tells him to do another favor to watch his house for several days when he is away. He introduces them to his house's advanced security system that provides booby traps and countermeasures against intruders. Meanwhile, Gao's men catch Benz at his home and interrogate him about the contact lens location, but Benz cannot give them anything. He is given a toxic serum that weakens him, then the men leave. At the charity event, Ken figures out that he will accept Gao's challenge. They play poker, which is highly anticipated by the audience. Gao is such a good player that he can catch up with Ken's skills and the game always ends up in a draw. Meanwhile, Gao's men intrude on Ken's house. Cool and Rainbow can hide and activate the security system. They notice that the teddy bear's eye contains a special device, which is actually Lionel's surveillance contact lens. Through his secretary, Ken is informed that his house is intruded, so he wants to quickly finish his game with Gao and heads home. However, Gao challenges him to one more match. Ken wins impressively and abruptly leaves. A group of police officers, including Luo, also arrive at his house and help fend off the intruders. Luo is shot on the upper arm but manages to survive. Rainbow is hurt, seems to not remember anything including Cool. Cool and Carl head home to find an absent-minded Benz salvaging food from garbage bins, a side effect of the toxic serum given by Gao's men. The next day, Luo, in her cover as Gao's assistant, is arranging his inquiries while Gao deliberately talks to her and touches her upper arm. She feels blood dripping from her wound but still manages to cover it up. Gao asks her to have dinner with him, where he drugs her drink and causes her to become dizzy and absent-minded. She also seems to laugh maniacally and is more honest to answer questions. Fortunately, Ken arrives to escort her away from Gao, even manages to splash the drug onto Gao's assistant's face, causing him to admit the truth that Gao already knows that Luo is a disguised police officer and he deliberately pressed her wounds earlier. Ken drives Luo to a particular point where other police officers are waiting to give her further treatments. After driving her, Carl calls him to inform Benz's condition at the hospital, so he heads there to check on Benz. After that, Ken is informed by Kit, his right-hand man, that a wealthy Brazilian businessman named Sergio will come to Gao's investor meeting tomorrow. Ken plans to find someone to take Sergio's place and asks Cool to help him. They attack the real Sergio and his men, but Kit reveals himself to betray Ken as Gao already paid him. Ken and Cool are caught, then Ken is brought to Gao's private yacht where Gao and other investors are watching a football match. Gao reveals that he also catches Rainbow and puts her in a gas chamber. If Ken wants Rainbow to survive, he must correctly guess the upside-down cards presented to him or a poisonous gas will be released at Rainbow's cell. Other people bet that Ken cannot successfully perform the task, including Kit. However, Gao dismisses Kit and other bodyguards out of the room, leaving only him, Ken, and the investors. Gao is confident that the police cannot catch him as the yacht is heading to open waters and leaving Chinese territory. However, one of Sergio's men changes the yacht's course back to Chinese waters. The football match also catches Gao and others in surprise as Barcelona, the team they are betting against, suddenly wins against Real Madrid. At the same time, Ken correctly guesses the cards and the lights go out. Ken imitates gunshot sounds, causing people to frantically run and take cover. Turns out Cool is the one disguising himself as one of Sergio's men and saves Rainbow from the gas chamber. She admits that she is not amnesia, only pretends to be so the contact lens location is safe. She already sent the contact lens to the Chinese police and they are on their way to the yacht. They then encounter Gui Yan, who Cool battles and defeats. Meanwhile, Ken attacks Gao, who is desperately trying to escape, with his pack of cards. The police arrive and subdue Gao, thanking Ken for helping them. Sometime later, during Chinese New Year, Ken is about to accept Cool and Carl as his protégés when Cool suddenly receives a call from someone claiming Cool is more suitable to be his protégé. Ken is puzzled by the fact and seems challenged by the statement. The mysterious man on the call turns out to be already at Ken's doorstep. This is the story of the movie Vegas to Macau. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel's algorithm, and wait for the next Monday Night Mystery. And thank you.